Ever stumbled across a daily vlog on YouTube that's so bizarre, so out there that you just can't look away? You watch it and feel all kinds of emotions first. You're thinking, why am I even here? Then, what the hell is going on? And finally, oh, such a poor soul. Somebody should really help him properly. Well, Idaho, Iwao 700 now banned, would have given you the same vibe. Imagine this. A man starts a YouTube channel to document what he believes are stalkers following him around. Sounds like something straight out of a psychological thriller. Right, but here's the twist. There were no stalkers, at least not at first. It was all in his head, or just random passersby and neighbors. As his paranoia spirals, his solo crusade against these imagined enemies twists into a disturbing reality where actual people begin harassing him. Yep, you heard that right. His delusions became real. So how did this all go down? Grab some snacks because we're diving into the wild story of Yoshikazu Iwama and his infamous channel, Iwao 700. Trust me, this is one rabbit hole you don't want to miss. Yoshikazu Iwama was born on April 18, 1968 in Shinkamigoro, Nagasaki Prefecture. At 16, he moved to Iwakurashi and lived a pretty regular life. He was into sports cars and seemed like an ordinary young man until his early 20s, when he started facing mental health issues. He worked briefly at the Waterworks Bureau and later at a cannon factory, where workplace bullying began his mental decline. Around 2004, his mental health worsened. By 2005, he made over 1,000 prank calls to the police in a single day, leading to his arrest in 2006. After being released, he had trouble with neighbors and was arrested again in 2009 over a car dispute. By 2010, he turned to the internet under the alias Iwao 700, posting long complaints about imagined stalkers, gaining negative attention. The paranoia began. Iwama started to believe he was under constant surveillance by a group of stalkers. To document this, he created a YouTube channel, Iwao 700, which became a video diary of his daily life and wild accusations. Though it all seems like pure paranoia, the situation grew more complex and tragic over time. By 2013, Iwama was known as a schizophrenic YouTuber, filming people around him, accusing them of stalking him. He even rode his bike through the neighborhood, confronting random people. His delusions worsened, leading to his imprisonment after attacking a student he believed was stalking him. After his release in 2015, things escalated, with Iwama filming children at a nearby school and causing more trouble. Then in 2016, online trolls took notice. A viral video of him arguing with a neighbor who happened to resemble a famous character turned him into an internet spectacle. His address was poorly hidden, and real people began stalking him, pulling pranks and damaging his property. The group stalking he once imagined became disturbingly real. The role of YouTube and online culture. YouTube became a platform for Iwama's paranoia, drawing viewers who were fascinated by his bizarre content rather than believing him. Instead of recognizing his mental health struggles, the internet turned him into a meme, with trolls fueling his delusions by leaving harmful comments and even harassing him in real life. Meme culture turned his real paranoia into a joke, further worsening his mental state. The more he was trolled, the more convinced he became that he was being stalked, creating a vicious cycle that fed his delusions. Iwama initially imagined his stalkers, but as his videos gained attention, real people began harassing him. Trolls and pranksters, amused by his content, mimicked the behavior he described, taunting him and turning his delusions into reality. For Iwama, This only confirmed his fears, as his imagined stalkers now had real counterparts. Facing both delusions and actual harassment worsened his mental state.
家の前に覆面をした怪しいやつがいます。わ
かりました。今まだいますか？
います。
何人いますか？
一人います。お前警察来るまで待ってろよ。
Solidifying his belief in a conspiracy. Worse, his elderly parents lived with him, and the constant harassment took a toll on their health. His father tragically passed away after slipping in the bathroom and dying in the hospital. His mother fainted outside their home, and in a heartbreaking twist, Iwama, too paranoid, watched it all unfold on a live CCTV feed, but was too scared to come out and help her. Just for some laughs, one prankster even visited his father in the hospital. Imagine living in Iwama's neighborhood. Here's a guy convinced everyone is out to get him, and now real trolls are stalking him. Tensions were high with his constant filming, confrontations with random people he suspected were stalking him, and the general atmosphere of paranoia, making the neighborhood uncomfortable. It wasn't long before the police got involved. Handling someone with mental illness is tough, and the police were caught in a bind. The community was trapped in a nightmare where a man's delusions were fueled by real actions, blurring the line between reality and fiction. Public and media reaction. The media attention on Iwama was like adding fuel to the fire. As his story spread across news outlets and social media, the focus was more on his eccentricity than his mental health issues. The media portrayal turned him into a comical figure rather than addressing his need for help. While some people called for better mental health care for Iwama and criticized the online community for worsening his condition, their voices were often drowned out by sensational coverage. Instead of using the internet to help him, it became a platform for further harassment and exploitation, with many drawn to his channel for entertainment rather than support. In 2019, trolls managed to get his original YouTube channel banned. They followed him around, playing copyrighted songs near him so his videos would get flagged for copyright violations. Instead of using that dedication to help rehabilitate him, they used it to make his life even more unbearable. When citizens stepped up the other side of the story, despite all the negativity, some genuinely wanted to help Iwama. These weren't just random internet users, but people who saw a man in distress and took action. Some reached out with financial support or kind words, while others tried to involve local authorities to ensure his well-being. It's easy to get lost in online negativity, but these moments remind us there's still good out there. These people weren't seeking fame. They simply wanted to help someone suffering. And while their efforts couldn't completely change Iwama's situation, they made a difference. These acts of kindness highlight the other side of the internet, a place where compassion can still thrive. The consequences of uncontrolled fun and meme culture. Meme culture, while often fun, can spiral out of control with real consequences. In Iwama's case, what began as harmless jokes escalated into online harassment that severely impacted his life. People blurred the line between humor and harm, not realizing the damage they were causing. Turning him into a meme only fueled his paranoia and worsened his mental health. This serves as a reminder that behind every meme is a real person, and online actions can have serious, lasting effects in the real world. Iwama's story serves as a tragic reminder of the importance of mental health awareness. Paranoia, though irrational to outsiders, feels real to those experiencing it and requires compassion and professional help. Iwama's case underscores the need for better understanding of mental illness and the dangers of turning it into entertainment. While intervention came too late for him, His story teaches us to recognize signs of mental distress, offer support, and use the internet responsibly rather than as a platform for harassment. The Rise and Fall of Yoshikazu Iwama, a cautionary tale of internet harassment and mental health. If you're curious about what became of Iwama, well, it's complicated. He launched a second YouTube channel, still obsessed with his stalkers and how to survive them. Financially, he's struggling, and the random confrontations haven't stopped. Sure, a few kind souls have offered him respect and financial help, but what he really needs is professional medical care. As for Iwama himself, he's mostly vanished from the public eye. Some believe he's finally getting the treatment he needs, while others fear his paranoia has only gotten worse. Iwama's story is a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangers of neglecting mental health issues and how the internet's fun can come at a real human cost. Yet it also shows the impact of kindness. Those who saw beyond the memes and reached out to help remind us that we all have the power to make a difference, whether it's lending support to someone in need or simply thinking twice before engaging in online mockery. Iwama's story is a stark reminder that mental health matters, and we all have a responsibility to take it seriously. Yoshikazu Iwama's story is a wild ride of paranoia, internet fame, and real-world consequences. But at its core, it's a story about mental health. It's a reminder that mental health issues, when left unchecked, can spiral into tragedy, but it's also a lesson in the power of kindness. Those who saw beyond the memes remind us that we all have the ability to make a difference. So here's the takeaway. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, don't wait. Reach out to a mental health professional or talk to someone you trust. Your actions could make a world of difference. And remember, the internet is powerful. Let's use it for good. Thanks for sticking around. If you found this story thought-provoking, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Stay safe, stay kind, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.